Hello yoga friends, and welcome to my 31-day yoga challenge where we do 20 minutes of yoga a day for 31 days. My name is Jessica and today is day 1. Today's theme is opening. We won't be needing any props today, and as always there is a free playlist linked down below if you care to listen to some tunes while you practice. There's also a modification video linked down below if you would like to just know some other options for common postures that I'll be using throughout these 31 days. So without further ado, let's get started in Supine Butterfly. So coming down onto our backs, bringing our feet together, knees wide, relaxing our arms down by our sides, or maybe palms resting on the belly or heart, whatever feels comfortable for you today. Let's go ahead and flutter the eyes closed or take a soft gaze, evening out the breath in and out through the nostrils. Coming into the present moment. We'll begin our practice by setting an intention. Anything that comes to mind is wonderful. And if nothing comes to mind, you can always use this one. I am ready to start a new chapter with limitless possibilities. I am ready to start a new chapter with limitless possibilities. And whatever intention you chose for yourself today, begin to inhale the beautiful energy from that intention in through the nose, deep into the belly. And open the mouth, sigh, exhale out anything extra you may have brought onto your mat today. Let's take that one more time, inhaling that intention in through the nose, deep into the belly. And open the mouth, sigh, exhale out anything extra. Coming back to your even breath, knowing you can always return to your intention throughout practice and perhaps throughout the rest of your day today. We'll stay here for 2 more rounds of breath. And on your next exhale, gently straighten the legs, bringing the arms overhead and taking a nice good morning stretch. Lengthening all the way from the toes up through the fingertips, and then gently relaxing into a supine star. Allowing the legs and the arms to gently come apart. We're going to cross the left ankle over the right, reaching the left arm overhead, stretching through the left side body here for banana pose, 3 rounds of breath. And on your next exhale, gently exhale into that supine star position once more. As you cross that right ankle over the left, reaching the right arm overhead, maybe grabbing that right wrist with the left hand, coming into banana on the opposite side, making sure your shoulder is still down and relaxed. And we'll stay here for 2 more rounds of breath. And on your next exhale, open into that supine star. And inhale, both knees into the chest. Let's cross the ankles, grabbing behind both thighs. Option to just roll to the side and sit up, or to roll up and down the spine, maybe 3 or 4 times, massaging that spine. And eventually we're going to come through Sukhasana into tabletop. Making sure your knees are directly under hips, wrists directly under shoulders. We're going to drop the belly, look up to the sky. Inhale to cow pose. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding the spine for cat. We'll take this 2 more times. Really opening and lengthening through that spine in front of the torso. Connecting body to breath. And inhaling to cow. Exhale to cat. On your next inhale, let's come back to a neutral tabletop. And exhale, walk the palms forward, melting the heart down towards the earth. Bringing the forehead onto the mat for melting heart or puppy pose. We'll stay here for 3 rounds of breath. Really opening through that upper back here. And on your next inhale, walk those palms back underneath the shoulders for tabletop. And then flex the feet and gently press the hips up and back, finding your first downward facing dog. Maybe pedaling through the feet here, or generously bending the knees, making sure the legs are hip width distance or wider, shoulders down and back, neck nice and released, eyes of the elbows pointed towards the front of the mat, and all 10 fingers spread wide. We're going to stay here, maybe finding some organic movement or breathing in stillness for 3 more rounds of breath. And on your next inhale, rise up to the balls of the feet and gently step forward, exhaling into a forward fold. Inhale, half lift, shoulders down and back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rolling up the spine, 1 vertebrae at a time. Head is the last thing to come up into Tadasana, mountain pose, bringing the arms down by the sides, palms facing the front of the mat. From here, we're going to begin our Surya Namaskar A's, our sun salutation A's. So on your next inhale, let's inhale those arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms overhead. And exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plant the palms, step, hop, or float back. Flow as you so choose. And I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Staying here for 3 rounds of breath. And on your next inhale, rise up to the balls of the feet. Step, hop, or float forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to the sky, arms overhead, and exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms overhead, and exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, shoulders down and back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plant the palms, step, hop, or float back. Flow as you so choose. And I'll meet you in downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breath. And on your next inhale, rise up to the balls of the feet. Step, hop, or float forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to the sky, and let's shift the weight onto the left leg, picking up the right leg for one leg Tadasana. Exhale that right foot back to the back of the mat for high crescent, and lower that knee down onto the mat for low crescent. Inhaling here, and exhale, cactus the arms down, or maybe even grab the hands behind the back, binding here, really opening that heart. One more round of breath in the bind, or just cactusing the arms. Next, inhale, release the arms back up to the sky, flexing that right foot, picking up that right knee, and exhale, both hands onto the mat, bringing the right hand just on the inside of the left foot. Let's inhale that left arm up to the sky for a twist. 2 rounds of breath here. And next, exhale, bring that left palm down to the mat. Step the left foot back, flow as you so choose, and I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Let's take 2 rounds of breath here. And on your next inhale, rise up to the balls of the feet. Step, hop, or float forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to the sky, arms overhead, and shift the weight onto the right leg this time, picking up the left leg into one leg Tadasana. And exhale that left foot to the back of the mat for high crescent. Lower that left knee for low crescent. Inhaling here. And exhale, cactus those arms down, or maybe taking the bind. Opening through that heart. One more round of breath wherever you are. And next inhale, bring those arms overhead. Flex the left foot, pick up the left knee, and exhale, palms to the mat, bringing the left palm just on the inside of the right foot, and inhale that right arm up for a twist. 2 rounds of breath. Next, exhale that right palm down to the mat, stepping that right foot back, flowing as you so choose, and I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Let's stay here for 3 rounds of breath. Always knowing that your flow can look different every time. You can move through cobra or up dog, or maybe just take a tabletop and child's pose. Whatever you like, whatever serves your body in the moment. Next inhale, we're going to come to a high plank or low plank by lowering your knees onto the mat. Next inhale, we're going to roll onto the outer edge of the left foot, coming to a side plank option to bring your right sole of the foot onto the mat in front of your hip, or stack those feet, or even lift that right leg up in the air. Next exhale, we're going to come back to that high plank. Inhaling here and exhaling. And then inhale, roll onto the outer edge of the right foot, coming in to side plank on the opposite side. Option to place the left sole of the foot in front of the hips. And next exhale, come back to high plank. Inhaling here, making sure those wrists are directly underneath the shoulders. We're going to exhale, lower all the way down to our bellies. Next inhale, we're going to press back to a child's pose. Evening the breath back out here. You're welcome to keep your arms extended towards the front of the mat, or bring them back by the sides. We're going to stay here for 2 more rounds of breath. Next, inhale, gently roll up the spine, and let's find our way all the way down onto our backs. Keeping our knees bent here, soles of the feet on the earth. I'm going to make sure our legs are hip-width distance, setting up for bridge pose. So we have palms down, arms by the sides. We're going to inhale, press the feet, and lift that pelvis in the air. We're going to stay here for 3 rounds of breath. And you can activate your glutes or your butt cheeks here. If that pinches the lower back, deactivate them. Next exhale, we're going to lower that pelvis to the ground. Taking 1 round of breath, just relaxing here. And next inhale, we're going to take 1 more bridge, lifting that pelvis in the air. Option to bind the hands on the earth and walk your shoulder blades in. Just getting a little bit more height in that bridge. Wherever you are, next exhale, gently lower that pelvis and torso onto the earth. Inhaling, knees into the chest. Let's grab the outer edges of the feet, coming into happy baby. We're going to stay here for about 5 rounds of breath, maybe rocking from side to side, breathing in stillness. Maybe you straighten one leg and then the other, however you want to take your happy baby. And on your next few rounds of breath, gently transition into your Shavasana, final resting pose for the day. Maybe you take a traditional Shavasana by allowing your legs to straighten out, arms by the side. Maybe you place a pillow or a bolster underneath your legs. Maybe you cover up with a blanket. Maybe you take constructive rest by keeping the knees bent, bringing the soles of the feet to the outer edges of the mat and knocking the knees in. Whatever serves you today, go ahead and adjust any clothing or hair that might be distracting. Scan the body for any tension. You can exhale, fluttering the eyes closed if they're not there already, and returning to that even breath we found at the beginning of class. Allowing yourself to stop being a human doing and just be a human being. I will let you know when it's time to come out of your Shavasana, but for now, simply rest. And you're welcome to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you'd like. But if you'd like to close out class with me, begin to bring awareness back to your breath, introducing some organic movement into your body, maybe wiggling your fingers and toes, rolling through the wrists and ankles. Maybe you bring your knees into your chest, or take a good morning stretch, finding whatever wakes your body back up before you gently roll onto one side for a fetal position, bending the knees, using your bottom arm as a pillow. Let's stay here for one round of breath. And on your next inhale, gently press your way up into Sukhasana, easy pose, keeping your eyes closed or in a soft gaze perhaps, and bringing your hands to heart center. I want to thank you for joining me for day 1 of the 31-day yoga challenge, and I look forward to seeing you for day 2. We'll close our practice with the sound of Om. Inhaling deep into the belly. Om. And bringing thumbs to third eye. May the light and love in me recognize and honor the light and love in you. Namaste.